Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. A little bit of a chemical test here for you guys today. Not a huge believer in these tests, mainly because of how they're performed and not so much the results they have. But I think a lot of people put a lot of weight on the results of chemical resistance, and it's a little misguided based on how they would survive in the real world, because they're not just facing a cleaner, they're facing UV rays and all kinds of other debris that sits on there and whatnot. So using super clean here, we're gonna mix up a normal concentration and smear it on the hood against these 8 products, being Wow Crystal Sealant, Meguiar's Hybrid Ceramic Liquid Wax, Autoglim HD Wax, Built Hamber Finis Wax, Wow Contact 121, Sonax Polymer Net Shield, Turtle Wax Ice Seal and Shine, and their ceramic spray coating from the Hybrid Solutions line. Up there in the top left is Wow. Next to it is ceramic spray coating, and then Seal and Shine and Meguiar's. Sonax, bottom right. Next to it there is Contact 121. Next to that is Built Hamber and Autoglim on the bottom left. There's a link to a thread in the description below. You can follow along. But here is after one application of 10-to-1 super clean, so 10 parts water, 1 part super clean, applied on a wet panel using a Detail Factory gentle brush. And you can see all the products here are pretty much pushing it right back off. This is right after application, no wet wiping on this one. This was the first application. I recorded again at 5 and then again at 10. So this is just one application. This is, as you see, 5 after 5 applications and rinses before any wet wiping. So you can start to see things are slowing down a little bit, but overall, for 5 straight hits of a pretty powerful degreaser, everything's doing really well. Like, you could use this safely on any of these products for a deeper clean here or there where needed, gently with the right equipment, and you're not going to hurt your coating or your wax or what have you too much. Even HD Wax, Contact 121, they're all surviving this, and they're not durability monsters in this regard. This here is after wet wiping it. So you can see the beading came back a little bit, but overall 10-to-1 super clean doesn't leave a ton of residue. It's not like some other products out there, so you should be okay. This is now after 10 applications with super clean mixed 10-to-1, and again, everything is fairly healthy. I think that the few that were starting to show some weaknesses were Meguiar's Hybrid Ceramic Liquid Wax and Wow's Contact 121. I would say they were the most affected. And again, this is before any wet wipes, so still any potential residue is still on the panels. But overall, I put Contact 121 as the weakest of the 8. But overall, still working very well for a paste wax that's not billed as being a durability monster, but more just a beading monster. So you can see on 121 there is a slight weak spot. Because 10 coats just didn't seem to be doing much, I went and decided to just mix it on straight. Again, applied with a brush, and this one was applied to a panel that was dried off. So I took my wet rag and wiped everything off and dried it off, and then applied the cleaner, so there's less dilution going on because of the water on the panel. But you'll see here, putting it on straight, the story's changing pretty quick. A lot of panels are now slowing down. Some of them outright just died, but much stronger chemical here. But again, this is before a wipe off, so you'll see the footage coming up here after we do it a wet wipe, that a lot of the panels got hit hard by that. And after the second one, there was practically nothing left on the 3 waxes. So here's after a wet wipe. Wow and both the turtle waxes are doing okay. They're still, you know, they're not far from their original performance. Meguiar's is starting to get a wet spot there in the middle. Sonax is doing really good still. 121 slowed down a lot. Built Hamburg slowed down a lot, and HD Wax is slowing down in spots. It's patchy. It's got a good spot and a bad spot there. But this is the second straight hit of super clean, no delusion. But I let this one dwell for about 2 to 3 minutes so the cleaner could work its way in a little. You know, we had a nice light rain day today, so it was easy to apply chemicals. Didn't have to worry about dry times. But this is where you start to see the men from the boys, so to speak. The Wow Wow and the two turtle waxes are definitely pulling ahead from everybody else. But I gotta say that little Sonex down there is still holding its own, but it has gotten patchy. It's got a weak spot and it's got a strong spot. So everything was given 2 coats and 24 hours of spacing in between the coats and another 24 hours minimum of cure time, all in a garage. So no weather, no temperature variables, nothing like that. But you see here after a wet wipe that the top 3 up there, Wow Wows, and the 2 turtle waxes are doing the best. Meguiar's is hanging on, but it's been hit hard. It's got a big slow spot there, so I would sort of say it's nearing the end. But Sonax is still doing okay. Definitely in a solid 4th place. HD Wax would be maybe 6th behind Meguiar's. But Wow Wow and the 2 turtle waxes are pulling ahead clearly here. This is another straight shot application with a 2 to 3 minute dwell time of fully neat, super clean. Still pushing back on both turtle waxes and the Wow Wow. Something you got to remember, the shape of the hood, there's a bit of a flat spot on both the turtle wax sections, so it's a little slower up there, but that's because the hood has less of an angle. So you got to sort of compare it by the bottoms. And I will show you later on, just wetting the bottom parts of each one, that they're all sort of beating and sheeting off at the same speed. I want to say, if I had to give a nod to anybody, it would be turtle wax, Seal and Shine. I think it's a little bit stronger than ceramic spray coating, but you know, between the 3, it's pretty close. I don't know if I could say between ceramic spray coating and Wow Wow whose is worse or better, but you know, after the wet wipe here, you can see Seal and Shine still doing really well, and Meguiar's is pretty much finished now. But yeah, it's a close call. But Wow Wow held its own. You know, Seal and Shine's a bit of a monster in this regard, but Wow Wow's still holding in there. Sonax is really starting to shift. It's really starting to show its own. The 3 wax sections are completely dead. Sonax is still there, but it still has that weak spot. So I don't want to say it's better than the other 3 because it did die in one spot, whereas the other 3 are consistent across their whole sections. And of course, the Meguiar's is really slowed down. So here's the last fully concentrated application. Rinsing it off. So this would have been 4 applications of neat and 10 applications at 10 to 1. You'll see in this one the Sonax has really started to die off, but the other 3 up top still holding on surprisingly well, because this stuff's not nice. Like, I got a little on my fingers and it took a long time to rinse that slick feeling off. So it's definitely a strong cleaner. I think the aerosol version's a lot stronger, but I didn't need anything like that. I wanted to keep the paint on my hood preferably. So but yeah, you can see here Wow Wow's is still there, but it's slow. Crystal ceramic spray, crystal ceramic spray coating, blah, I'm getting my things mixed up here. Still there, but slow. Seal and Shine still there, and I think I would say Seal and Shine is still in the lead here. Surprisingly well. Sonax is there in a solid 4th place, and Meguiar's is in a solid 5th. And after that, I'd probably go, it's a toss-up between HD Wax and Finis. Finis does have a bit more long-term sheeting, but overall, I'm going to give it to Seal and Shine, and I think I'd give it a tie between Wow Wow's Crystal Sealant and Turtle Wax ceramic spray coating. So yeah, Seal and Shine living up to the hype, still holding its own, but you know, all three of them are doing pretty well. They're all, as you can see here on the bottom, very consistent, but Wawa's is just a little bit behind. So good performance. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.